Good day everyone. In this video, I will be demonstrating how to code a simple calculator using MIT App Inventor, focusing on creating mathematical expressions with conditional statements. So here is a user interface for our front end. So I have here keys, the numbers, the operators, a decimal point, an equal sign, and a button for clear to clear the expressions that will be shown in our calculator screen. Okay, so we'll go on the black section or black tab to add behavior on our application. So first we have to initialize three global variables, which will be our first number, our operator, and our second number. Okay, so we'll initialize 3. 1 is for the first number. Then let's replicate this one for the second number. And operator. Okay. So we'll leave it blank there. Okay. And then, before we could proceed with conditional statements, we have to create a procedure to be called during the execution of our conditional statements. So we'll create a procedure, okay, to express the mathematical expressions. So we'll write here mathematical expression. Okay, so we will be setting the mathematical expression in this screen. Okay, and I set this screen, this black component here, into the label expression. Okay, so we'll set the text of that label into the combination of our terms, the first number, the operator, and the second number. Okay, so we'll be joining those variables. Okay, so I'll add here. Okay, so we'll get the first number, and then we'll have a space here for a blank screen. Then we have here the operator, and another one for the second number. Okay, so after creating the procedure, we'll now proceed on adding behavior or functions when we click on a certain key. Okay, so first let's have the key for number 1. Okay, so I named it as button 1. Okay, so when the key 1 was clicked, what will happen? So in here, we will be creating conditional statements. So we'll get this one, if then, and then else. Okay, so we will be comparing if our global operator is an additional, subtraction, multiplication, or addition. Okay, but again, we have to set whether it has already a value or nothing yet. Okay, because this is important because we will be setting whether our first pressed on a key will be the first number or the second number. So we'll set this as, okay, so we will be comparing okay, we will compare the texts of our global operator, whatever value it gets, okay, if it is equal to blank, okay, which means there is no operator yet. So if there is no operator yet, it means that the number that we'll be pressing will be the first key, okay. So then we will set the global first number into 1, okay, because the key that we press here is number 1. Else, if our operator was already set, like for example, for addition, then the key to be pressed number 1 will not be the first number because we already have another, the first addend. Okay, so that will be our second number. Then that will be joined, okay, or that will, the first number will be set into number 1. I mean the second number. But, okay, we have to join this also because we have to get, okay, whatever uh, global variable are we setting this number is. Okay, so we will be joining this. Okay, so our first number and then the key number 1. So we'll copy paste this one and we'll set this as the second number. So let's try if it will give us a value here. Okay, there's nothing yet because we did not call the mathematical expression. So to do that, we have to call the mathematical expression or our procedure mathematical expression. Okay, then we'll try if we could get number 1 on our screen or the expression text. Okay, so we have here, there. So when we click on other keys, we won't get any because we did not give any function on those yet. So to do that, we'll just copy this and paste it until, okay, we're done working with all the keys, numbers only. So button 1 for number 2, and then for number 3, number 4, number 4, number 5, number 5, number 6, number 7, sorry, this should be number 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, will be number 7, number 8, nine, we'll set number 9, And the last one will be our number 0. Okay, button 0. Okay, so whenever we click on those number keys, it will be set to the first number because all of the conditions, it says there that if there is no operator pressed yet, okay, then those keys will be placed or stored as the first number. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. Okay, so if we'll try to click on this one, there is no function yet because we did not put any function on it yet. Okay, so the next thing that we should do here is to add, okay, function on our decimal point. So it's here. So we have to set the decimal point here, and to do that, we also have to set a global variable for it. Okay, so let's name it as decimal point. Okay, then we'll do the same process here. If we clicked on the button decimal point or point, okay, we'll have a conditional statement. Oops. Okay, so we will set it as a boolean. Okay, so we'll have a logic here. Okay, so if our decimal point here, okay, is true, okay, we will proceed to set it on our mathematical expression. So we'll call that one. Okay, and we'll set this, oops, okay, into true. Then whenever we click on that decimal point button, then it will be shown on our first value. Okay, and then, okay, if and only if there is no operator yet. So we'll do the same as this one. So we'll copy this. Okay, so we'll set the global first number, okay, into point. Okay, so that will be appended on whatever number we'll click for the first number. If and only if, okay, so we didn't put the conditional statement for that yet. So if, okay, copy paste this one. So if our global operator here is blank, then we'll set the first number. Okay, we'll append the decimal point. Okay, else, if there is already an operator, then that means that decimal point is to be set for the second number. Okay, and this condition will be added for this one. Okay, so this one will be the decimal point. Okay, so let's try our code if it will run. Okay, so let me set the font size into 20 so we could see all the numbers. Okay, so it's loading. Okay, so while waiting for our emulator, let's go back to our blocks tab, and we will now set, okay, the function for our operator. Okay, let me see. Okay, so there it is. So 123.9. Okay, there it is. Okay, our decimal point is ready to set. Now, we have to set the operators so we could have the second number in our mathematical expression. So to do that, okay, so we'll go first on the division. Okay, so when our divide button was clicked, okay, we will be setting our global operator into the division symbol. So in my design, user interface, I copied and pasted a division symbol from internet browsing. Okay, so I'll copy this and paste it on our blocks. Okay, there. So we'll paste it here. And then we will call the mathematical expression. So whenever we click on divide, the next thing that will appear on our first number will be our operator. And here we should set, okay, we should set our decimal point into false because we do not want to have a decimal point after the operator. Okay, so we will set the global decimal point into false. Okay, because in our last blocks, it was set as true. Okay, and we will do the same codes for other operators. Okay, so that's for division. And then we have here the multiplication. So we'll change the string into the multiplication table. And then we have here subtraction symbol, and then the addition. Okay, and the addition symbol. So let's see if this will work on our emulator. Okay, so plus. Okay, so we could now able to um, click, okay, and show operator on our screen calculation. Okay, next, if our first number and operator was already set, the next thing we have to do is to set the second number. Okay, so to do that, let me check first if all of it okay. Okay, so if we click on division, it will be changed on the division symbol. If we clicked on multiplication, it will be changed into multiplication, subtraction, and then addition. Okay, so the next thing that we should do here is let's first, okay, set this clear here. Okay, and for the second number, we have set here earlier that if our operator is still blank, then whatever number we put there will be the first number. But, okay, it says here, else, if it is not blank, meaning if it already has an operator there, then whatever number we click will be the second number. So 123.9 plus 1. Okay, so there it is. And then we will perform the function for the equal symbol. Okay, so for the equal symbol, we'll go there. Okay, so whenever we click on the equal button, okay, we'll have a conditional statement here. We will compare, okay, or we will, compare again whatever operator was set. Okay, so we have here, okay, if our global operator here, okay, there. So if our global operator is equal to addition, then we should set the answer here. So my answer label here will be on the lower part of the block component here. Okay, and then it's a label. Okay, so we will set the text of this label into the operation or the solution. Okay, so that is an addition. So we'll get here, okay, and okay. Okay, so what we will be adding here is the first number and the second number. So we'll get the values for the first number and the second number. Okay, so this is set for addition. Okay, what if our operator is subtraction? So we'll put here else if for the subtraction, another one for multiplication, and then the last one will be for division. Okay. Okay, so we'll copy this. So if our operator is subtraction, if our operator will be multiplication, okay, we'll set the answer here. Okay, so we'll change the operation into subtraction. We will get this one. Then put it on the trash. And then the next one for the multiplication. Multiplication. Okay, so we already set the operations for addition, subtraction, and then multiplication. So we will, for division, we will be having another set of conditional statement because, okay, in math rule, dividing 0 with any number, okay, will be invalid. So we'll have, okay, a separate conditional statement for that. So we will be comparing the text of the, okay, of our first number to 0. Okay, we'll not set a comparison if the global operator is division because aside from those three operators, the operator left is division. Okay, so our system or this application knows already that it is division. Now, what we will be comparing here is if the first number is 0 or not. Okay, so if the first number is 0, what we will be setting on the answer, okay, label will be invalid. Okay, we'll write here invalid. Invalid number. Okay, or invalid operation. Okay, else if that is not 0, then we will set the answer into, sorry, we have to set it on the else condition. And then we'll do the division operation. We'll set the first number divided by second number. Okay, so here it is. Okay, but then after performing this operation, so let's check if it could give us an answer. Okay, so 124.9, that is correct. So we can't make it clear yet. Okay, and we cannot perform another operation with the first or with the answer as the first number. So to set that, we have to, okay, we have to set our first number here. Okay. After all the operation procedure, we have to set the first number into, where is our answer? Here. Okay. So whatever answer we get from the first expression will be set as our first number. Okay. Until we clear the expressions. So our first number there will be our solution. And then we should clear up, okay, the second number and the operation or operator. So we should set the operator into blank. Okay. So we could set a new operation or operator. We'll also do the same with the second number. And of course, we should not forget to make the, okay, where is it? The decimal point into false. We should set the global decimal point into false. Okay, we'll do it here. Into false. Okay. Okay, here it is. Into false. Okay, so let's see if this will work. Okay, so plus. Okay, we have to Let's clear it. Oh, okay. So sorry. We have to clear first. Let's set first the clear function so we could see the function for this one. Clear button. Okay, so we have here the clear button. Okay, so when we do the clear button, we will be setting all the expressions into blank. Okay. First number will be blank, operator, and second number. Operator and the second number. And then we'll recall the procedure for mathematical expression. And of course, we have to set the answer into blank. Okay. Okay, so let's see if this will work. Okay, so as we clicked on the clear button, okay, we got here a clear mathematical expression. So let's have 1 plus 1. Okay, that will be 2. 6 times 3. That should be 18. Okay, how about 9 minus 6? I'm sorry, 96 minus 6 is equal to, divide it by, okay, so we could now see here this function that whenever, if we did not click on the clear button and then we did another operation, the first number, okay, is set to be the solution, okay, on the first expression, and that is 90 divided by 3 is equal to minus 30, should be 0. And then let's see if the function here is working. Where we compared the text of the first number, if it is equal to 0, then the answer text, okay, will be invalid operation. So 0 divided by 6, invalid operation. Okay, so thank you for listening, and I hope that you've learned something. God bless everyone.